A group of couples were chatting when they made a startling discovery. They all came from Philadelphia, and their first encounters with their husbands had all happened in the same place, on a train. Everyone thought it was a beautiful coincidence, but Amy found it terrifying. Under her questioning, all the wives recalled that their last beach trip had been in October of the previous year. Amy confronted the company's founder, demanding to know what the company really did, and whether they'd tampered with everyone's memories, trapping them all in this seemingly perfect neighborhood. The boss dismissed her concerns, suggesting Amy must be mentally ill to spout such nonsense. The gathering ended on an uncomfortable note. Amy clung to her husband, telling him she couldn't stay there anymore and begging him to take her away from this town. Seeing how distressed she was, her husband agreed they'd leave that night, but once they got in the car, he suddenly said, "I'm sorry." The next second, a group of people in red rushed out and forcibly took Amy away. That's right, the company was going to perform memory deletion surgery on her to erase all the doubts she'd raised about the town over the past few days. However, as she lay on the operating table looking at the nurse, Amy's original memories were triggered instead. She remembered she used to be a nurse herself, but somehow she'd ended up in this bizarre neighborhood after returning home. Not only did her memory remain intact, it became even clearer. She remembered that she and her husband used to live in a poor neighborhood. How could they afford such a luxurious villa now? Gradually, she realized that this town might not be the real world at all. What she'd seen from the mountaintop last time was the actual reality outside. In a frenzy, she grabbed her husband's car keys and escaped. Despite being blocked by every man in the neighborhood, she still made it to the mountaintop. Just as the people in red were about to catch her, Amy successfully crashed through the glass door and returned to the real world. It turned out that in real life, Amy was a nurse, and her husband was a struggling writer. Living in a poor neighborhood, they constantly fought and had grown distant. Then one day, her husband joined a secret project. By putting on this device, people could enter a perfect virtual world. Although the project was still in the experimental phase, her husband secretly signed up anyway. He knew Amy would never agree to live a virtual life with him, so while she was asleep, he secretly placed the device on her and had the project director erase her real-world memories. Every day when her husband pretended to go to work, he was actually exiting the virtual system to care for Amy's body in real life. It wasn't until Amy's awakening this time that she finally escaped the virtual world, but there were still over 60 other couples in the neighborhood. What would happen to all those other wives and husbands who were still in the dark?